Why, hello there. How are you today? Good. Okay, we're going to warm up with one of these brain puzzles, okay? So it's the symbol Simon. Maybe you've done one before, maybe you haven't. Can anyone put these clues together to figure out what it is? If you said Tinkerbell, you're correct because this is black ink. And if we add the t and the and then the bell, Tinkerbell. Is Tinkerbell a proper noun or a common noun? Proper, that's right, it's her name. We have to use uppercase. What would be the common noun for Tinkerbell? A fairy. All right, cool. We'll start doing more of those. They're fun. For our warm up today, I really want to practice with these two letters that we're focusing on. So repeat after me. C cat k, C s, when followed by E, I, or Y. Let's do it one more time. C s, when followed by E, I, or Y. Nice job. Okay, now let's do this one. G game g, G j, when followed by E, I, or Y. All right, I think you've really got that. So today we will continue the journey of these two letters. And today we're going to really look at marking. So let me go ahead and write a word for you and show you how we do it. Okay, so I'm going to have a 3-syllable word, so I'm going to use my syllable boxes up here. Here's the first word, first syllable. Con. Here's the next one. C is followed by the E, so it says sen. And here's the last syllable. Trait. Put it all together. Concentrate. Concentrate. Okay, so I am going to write it again so I don't have such big spaces in between. Concentrate. Okay, so when we look at this, of course, we always scoop the syllables. Con, sen, trait. So you need to scoop your syllables, and then we need to think about it. So first I'm going to ask you, what does the first C say? What does this one here say? It says k. Why? Because it's not followed by an E, I, or Y. It's followed by an O. What does the next C say? S. Why? Because it's followed by an E. That's right. So what letters make C say S, E, I, or Y? Very good. So what we do is we're going to mark what the sound of the C is above it. So you told me this C says what? It sounds like K, so it sounds more like a K. So we'll put the K and we'll put these little lines. Those lines mean that we mean the sound. And then what did you say this one sounds like? It sounds like the S sound. So we're going to mark it like that. Okay? This is how we mark. When there's 2 C's or 2 G's in a word, or even just one, we're going to mark the sound above it. Okay. Let me show you one more. Actually, no. You practice. Go ahead, get your whiteboard. Pause if you need more time. And here's your first word. Pencil. Say it back to me. How many syllables? Pencil. Okay, do each syllable, scoop them, and then really think about, well, it's almost the easy part is you know what letter it's going to be now. Pencil. It sounds like S, but we know we're working on C, so it's going to be a C. So go ahead, write pencil and mark it. I'll do it too, and then we'll compare. Okay, you ready to compare? If not, pause it and finish it. There it is. Pencil. It's followed by an I, so it says S. Okay, erase if you need more room, or if you have room. Here's the next word. Cycle. Say it out loud. Cycle. Cycle. Okay, go ahead, write it and mark it. I'll do the same. cycle. Okay. So I did my scoops. Here's the first C. It's followed by a Y. And it says, and here's the next C. Cycle. Well, that one sounds like a K. So I'll write it like that. Cycle. Can you see the little K in there? Okay. Now, if I gave you just the word cake, we wouldn't normally mark that the K sound sounds like a K because it normally does. It's when we have these words that have two C's or two G's, or anytime you have one, like pencil, and it sounds like the soft sound because that's a little less common and a little more new. I guess it's really not less common if you think about it because there's this many vowels for the S and there's this many for the K. It's more that it's new learning now. Okay, let's do one more C before we switch over to the G's. Embrace. I want you to embrace Baby Echo. Even if it feels like it's something for little kids, embrace it. Enjoy him. Okay. Embrace. Pause if you need more time. I'll be doing it too. Okay, if you're back, did you scoop the syllables? And embrace is also a word for a hug. Okay, there's only one C in here. Embrace, and it sounds like an S. So we need to put that above it. Embrace. Okay, great job. Let's go ahead and erase our whiteboards and try the same thing with the G. Okay, here's my first word. Suggest. I suggest you do all of your work. Suggest. So let's do the first syllable. Sug. And let's do the next one. Jest. J. Sounds like a J, but then it's followed by an eh. So let's take a look. Sug. This one sounds like a G. Suggest. And this one sounds like a J. So it would look just like that. Suggest. I suggest you write it and mark it just like I did. Okay, try this one. Gigantic. Say gigantic. Gigantic. 3 syllables. Write them, mark them, and then compare with me. Gigantic. Scoop those syllables. And the beginning letter is a G, but we have to mark what it sounds like. There's 2 G's in this word. Mark them both. I'm going to show you the answer, but make sure you finish first. There it is. Gigantic. The first G is like a J. The next one sounds like a G, a normal G. Gigantic. Okay, let's do one more G, shall we? Giant. There's a giant lurking in the hallways. Ah. Giant. Finish it, scoop it, and mark any G's that sound like J. Okay, check it out. Should look just like that. This is how we'll mark these words over these next few weeks and on your test. You may go ahead and erase those. And we're going to do just a couple echo find or echo write. So repeat after me. What says S? Write all the ways to do S. We learned how to write this yesterday. I want to see if you remember. Pause if you need more time. And take a look. S says S, and C says S when it's followed by E, I, or Y. Okay, same format. What says J? Go ahead and show me the ways to do J. And there we go. J says J, and G says J when it's followed by E, I, or Y. Okay, erase your board, and I would like you to do one sentence, and then we'll learn some sound-alike words. That's what we'll be ending with today. So here, my friends, is your sentence. Repeat after me. The lunch is quite spicy. The lunch is quite spicy. Pause until you finish the sentence, and then I will put the answer out. Ta-da! The lunch is quite spicy. And there is our word that has the s because it's followed by the y. Okay, we can tuck those away because I am going to show you 4 new sound-alike words that you will learn and add to your student notebook. Okay, so get out your student notebook to get ready to enter them in. And where did these words go? Aha, I found them. Okay, here's your first word. What does it say? Sell. And here's its pair, sell. So we have this one starts with a C, and it makes the short sound or the soft sound because it's followed by the E. And this one starts with an S, sell and sell. So this cell is like science, like it's a little tiny organism that lives inside you. An animal or a plant has cells. It also makes me think of a cell phone. This is how you spell cell. This kind of sell is when you give someone an item and they give you money. You sell something. Okay? So you need to go ahead and find the page in your notebook that has these sound-alikes. Of course, they're in the very back. You will find cell with a C on 94 and enter it in. And then you're going to keep going and find cell with an S towards the end. And here are your definitions. Cell and cell. So pause your screen right here to enter those. Okay, remember you have to pause the screen because there's no way you can copy them that fast. And then I have 2 other sound-alikes for you. What do these words say? Peace. They're both peace. This kind of peace is like when everything is calm and it's not loud and you're peaceful, there's no fighting. And this kind of peace means, can I have a piece of cake or a piece of gum? A little part of it. Notice this one has I-E in it. Oh, and then the C has an E after it to make it say S. And this one has the E-A to make it say E and the E after it. So the difference is the vowels. E-A is the one that's calm, and I-E is the one that's like a little part of it. You could think of it because there's an I in it. I want a piece of cake. Okay, so in your student notebook, of course, we know the sound-alikes are in the way back, and they'll both be under P because they both start the same. Usually the sound-alikes do start with the same letter. That last one, sell and sell, was one of the first times that they started with different letters. So you'll find piece, one on one page and one on the next. And I will put up the definitions for peace. I put a peace sign up here with the top piece, and it says, when there are no activities or loud noises. And then piece with the I, an object that is part of something else. Okay, so pause the screen right here to enter both of these. Fantastic jobs, my friends. Now, before you go, let me just hold up the new sound-alikes for you to practice with. Okay, what is this one? I'm going to sell you a marker. And how about this one? Hello, I'll call you on my cell. And this one? I want a piece of pie. Peace. Stay calm and peace out, guys. Great job today.